noticed one of the great features in the product that I thought was really cool is you can really design search different for different types of people to bring back different types of results for your developers versus maybe your sales force versus your marketing folks. Let's talk about how you really design that relevance, because I think that as we talk about that time savings in search, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, sure. Well, look, you're hitting a piece of it right there, which is clearly we do look at a distinction between the different users and have a feeling for instance, if you want a different interface for marketing than you want for engineering, even looking at the same content. And those kinds of distinctions can be made. Now, as I jump back into relevance, there are limits in what I can say. So the advantage of sharing technology with biggergoogle.com is that you get some pretty amazing magic. The disadvantage is I'm somewhat locked down in what I can talk about.
Sure.
What I will say is this. Conceptually, we do debate very much what is the meaning of social data? What is the meaning of those signals that are coming in? A piece that I can express very quickly is we do take in the machine learning side a look at all of that user behavior and how that pulls together in social circles is a field of debate and something that we're incorporating more and more of, to look at what should be the most relevant document as users search. So we have a huge amount of behavioral learning, or what I'll call self-learning algorithms in the Google Search appliance that continue to adapt specifically to you, the enterprise customer, one by one, your individual context. Now, as you look at where social can go, there's often this feeling that, if I just knew who your friends are, that signal might trump everything, or that might be the most important. And what I'll say is that we consider social very important as a signal, but we consider more important how do you balance that against the other important intent signals. So I'll give an example to that. I have friends, they're looking to buy a car, and maybe they're buying Ferraris right now because they're getting into that midlife crisis mode where they need to have the top-down Ferrari with the wind waving in their hair. And while they still have it, I know that's a consideration for me. Here's all these friends of mine that are saying, I need a Ferrari. So if I go to shop for a car, I might type in looking for, a car 4-door sedan, right? So that's the thing. I'm actually getting a fair amount of intent information. Now, if you're thinking I've got your social information, you're going to say, that's great. You're looking for a sedan. Hallelujah. Let me show you this red Ferrari because that's what all your friends want. Now, that's obviously a very extreme example, and no one would implement social quite that way. But what you have to do, and what I'm trying to illustrate, is balance the information you're getting from that social network against the intent. And I think if you look at the future of query interpretation and what Google's really working on, it's knowing that ultimately intent is the strongest signal. And if we can use something about your social data or your hierarchy and where you sit in the organization to better understand your likely intent, that's great power.